Yo, what's up, guys? It's Chase here, and we are back with the corner store after quite a while. Negus, how
Yeah,
are you
it's been a
doing?
minute. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, before corner store, it was a weekly show, but now, I think we've just been, well, I've been just busy with school and stuff, and then I feel like both of us have just been, trying to upload like other stuff. So it's kind of
Yep.
transformed into a, more spontaneous show, happens randomly. But yeah, but just glad to be back, and we're doing a pretty big one today. I would say we're gonna
Yeah,
do,
scary one.
yeah, it's a scary one for sure. People will have a lot of opinions, but we're just gonna be honest. This is sort of just a review discussion of Splatoon 3 so far. We're about a month into the game's life now, so we're just gonna talk about what we think so far. So I got a list
Right.
of things here that we're going to talk about. So yeah, we're just going to go down the list. So let's just start off with the gameplay. So like, let's just talk about like, how does the game feel at a base? Just like aiming and like just smoothness. Like, how does that feel to you?
So personally, I think that it feels better than Splatoon 2, in my opinion. Like I feel like there's so many more things that I'm able to hit. It's still not at like the responsiveness of Splatoon 1, but at this point, like kind of moved on. So I don't really feel like it's like hindering me or whatever. I've kind of gotten used to it. I just love like how like a lot of the things you could do with like squid roll, squid surge, and how they went about with the movement. I think that works seamlessly in my opinion, to the point where like I don't know, it's either like you can do it or you don't have to, but yeah, like those that do master it, obviously they're gonna get better. So
Yeah, no, the game, it feels really smooth. Like they did something
yeah,
right with that. Like, with
yeah.
me when Tetra is like, and I play such a high sensitivity, it's something I've noticed a lot. Like when the response time is low and stuff. And Splatoon 2 always felt kind of bad, but it feels a lot better here. But then also just like they made a lot of the weapons feel smoother too. Like Tetras just feel so much smoother, and I love it.
Hey, I've never liked Splash, and here I am now finding one of my favorite weapons to play.
Yeah, you said
Like
that's like your main now, right?
that, yeah. I as I said, like I love it. It's such an amazing weapon in this game. I mean, it's paired with Crab, which that's another thing. The specials feel amazing also. Like I love a lot of them, but the Crab, the things you can do with it is so much fun. You just have to be creative.
Yeah, no, the specials. I love Crab Tank. I love Zipcaster. I love. Well,
Yeah.
okay, actually, I don't love Reef Slider, but it's a cool concept. I think they're gonna buff it, but as of right now, Reef Slider's bad. But no, just the specials in the game. Like, there's not really. There's okay. The only one I have a problem with is like missiles, of course, and like Inkvac is kind of like weird.
Okay, that's
It's
like
weirdly busted in a odd
I
way.
think that's like one of the biggest issues. And to be honest with you, I haven't ran into Inkvac being busted only because I play solo. I can imagine going against really good players would be annoying, and especially in like team fights, situation like that.
Yeah,
So
it
in
just.
scrims, I can understand what you mean.
My main problem with it is just the hitbox is really weird because like even when you're shooting at them from the back, it still doesn't hit them sometimes. Like it still sucks it up.
Can I be
'Cause-
real with you? I
Yeah.
gave up on that. I just like overfilled them at this point.
You
Like
overfill and then just kill them.
yeah, just killed them.
Yeah,
Like
I guess that's the strat now with how it is. But
yeah, it's just too hard to get around. Like, and so yeah, we went back to talking about missiles and how like it's one of the things that, in my opinion, this game felt perfect almost. I'm not going to say that it's like perfect because there are other issues, but from a gameplay standpoint, it felt amazing. And to be honest with you, Reef Slider, not even Reef Slider, Reflux, I feel like could have been still a cool weapon with any other special. But now it's become this missile spam that's slowly coming back into the game.
yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I
I
imagine
don't know why
they're
they did
gonna
it.
tone down the missiles, obviously, because
I don't think so.
I think they are. I
don't
genuinely
think
think
so.
they will.
I don't think so.
They're at least gonna make the reflux be like 220 or 230 instead of
You
200.
know why I don't think so is because like as somebody that plays Splatoon 1 and also I do use Ninja Squid, like, and again it's solo, so like I'm not playing like scrims or whatever, but I would have to say that they're probably gonna leave it the same because of sniping. Like, and I think that's like where there a lot of the frustration and why you're seeing more people use it is because of that. They don't want to get sniped. And how do you move a sniper? You use that.
I suppose. I don't know. There's got to be something else we could do to get rid of snipers. It's not just missiles.
I don't know.
I don't know. Or they should introduce something else that can deal with snipers. But anyways. But yeah, in terms of how the game feels, though, I think it's pretty top notch. It's the best Splatoon has felt since 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
No, genuinely. Yep.
So that's a positive. But now we might be getting into something a little negative here. So this is still under the umbrella of like gameplay stuff, but this is pretty big in terms of the gameplay, so we need to talk about it. What do you think of the online in Splatoon 3?
It's a horrible experience.
Yeah,
it is 110% a horrible experience.
It is the worst it's been, I think. Right? In
Splatoon history. Feels like, genuinely, this is. I was talking to I asked people on my stream earlier. I was talking to them about the fact that where do you rate the online experience that you're having with this game? A lot of them, it was like 5s. Some even were saying 4. Yeah, it's besides the fact that, as I said, if it wasn't for the first one, the game feeling amazing, they really I don't know what happened, but it's a very bad experience from my opinion.
No, you're right. I go a little higher than what you guys were giving it. I give it like a 6, but
I give it a 6.
Yeah,
I give it a 6 coming from a person that plays Splatoon.
Yeah, but it is very pathetic how bad it is. So many lag trades and so many just people
imploding lobbies.
Yeah, lobbies is disconnecting constantly. By the way, this is random.
Not even. Go ahead.
No. I'd not to get off on a tangent here, but I was just if you look up Splatoon 3 on Google, it shows you reviews that people have made on Google for the game. And dude, a lot of them, majority of the ones I was seeing, and this is kind of sad, but it was saying game is great but gets ruined by online experience. That's what all of them, and they gave it 2 stars.
That's insane.
Insane. So that's what people are thinking of this game now. It's a good game, but it gets ruined by the online, so they don't want to play it anymore. That's what people think of this game. And it's kind of sad. But
that's rough because, in my opinion, if obviously, yes, there are people that are a little bit harsh, but the game's experience is online, right?
Yeah, that's the game.
That's the game. And that's what kind of sucks about this whole thing. So
yeah, if it was a side mode or something, the online wasn't important, then okay, whatever. But this is Splatoon. It's an online game, so you kind of need to make it a little better to have a good experience. But it is what it is, man. But I'm just hoping they do something about it. Maybe in the next patch, though. Those implement. I know it's a lot of it can't be saved. I think some of that's set in stone already. But there has to be something they could do. Just do a little something, please.
Please.
All right, so last thing under this little gameplay umbrella, I want to ask, what do we think of the other modes in this game that aren't battles? So Salmon Run and Table Turf. Okay, well, we'll get to Table Turf, but let's talk about Salmon Run first. So what do you think of Salmon Run in this game?
I think they did a good job. I think they added possibly what I needed to have a little bit more fun. They added a lot more diversity, and it's the same. It's definitely the same thing. It's definitely similar, right?
Yeah.
It's not completely different, but they upped the difficulty is insane. By the way, I was very surprised with how much harder it was.
Yeah, I know. Are you executive yet?
No, I'm not even there yet. I think a professional too.
Dude, I'm executive, and I was playing with 3 other executive friends. We were struggling to get through 3 waves, and we all know what we're doing. So it definitely is harder than Splatoon 2, which is good. I'm a fan of that. It should be harder.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
same here.
And I think they. Oh, sorry to interrupt. But I just want to say, I think they made it harder. They made it harder because you can throw eggs now, so naturally you could get more eggs than you could in Splatoon 2. But I think to balance that out, they're okay, we just got to make it harder, so people can't get as many eggs. And I think that worked because it's still. I think I do still get way more eggs in this game than I did in Splatoon 2, even with it being harder. But yeah. Anyways, you're gonna say?
I don't even know. No, yeah, it literally. It's funny that the rank system. There's no, deranking, right?
Yeah.
But in Salmon Run, you can derank.
Hmm.
Why?
You think you shouldn't let you?
No, it's just funny. Like, there's no deranking in the regular rank mode, but in Salmon Run there is.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of weird. I don't know. The
Like,
whole ranking system in every aspect is weird in this game.
as I said, I don't understand a lot of the time what Nintendo does, but you know what? I'll just say this. I think they added a lot of great new diversity to it. It keeps me interested. It keeps me wanting to play it more actually this time.
Mhm.
And it being open all the time is actually really great.
Yeah, no, I'm in your boat too. I think Salmon Run is a much better experience in this game. I didn't like it in Splatoon 2, but like I actually like it in this game. Like I genuinely sometimes will be like, you know what? I want to play Salmon Run. Like that never happened in 2.
You're right.
Yeah, and then just the new bosses they added are creative. I love that you can throw the eggs you could throw. That's a great feature. I mean, that should have just been in the first time, but whatever. I love it. It's really good. I just wish that I don't like how they kept the music the same, like for the normal waves. I wish they would have changed that at least. Like the music that plays for, like the normal waves, it's like the same exact thing. I wish they changed that a little bit, but they did change.
Even realize.
Yeah, I mean they did change. They changed the ink colors for certain times. I guess it's not just always the same ink color now, which is good.
I didn't even realize.
Yeah. I'm someone who's very observant to music, so I noticed that like right away. I was like, oh, this is the same thing. But they changed the music for like the boss fights, but for the normal waves, it's the same music. So I was a little disappointed by that. But I know probably no one else cares about that besides me, but just a nitpick, as I always do. All right, so Salmon Run, I think both of us, thumbs up from us. They really improved that. But now let's talk about, or should I say, how about you talk about Table Turf? Because I have not played it yet.
I was like, you expected me to be the one to play it?
You didn't play it yet?
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, no. All right, no. It's fine, guys. It's fine. So you know what? We won't account for Table Turf in our...
Yeah, we can leave that out.
In our... Yeah.
We should just still leave it as a plus for the game because it's extra content.
Yeah, no, like it's a good thing they added it because more modes and stuff is always good. We just haven't tried it yet, so we can't give an opinion on it. But we won't account for that in our like final scoring. Like it'll just be good that they added a new mode, but it won't drag anything down basically. Okay, well, there's customization next. Let's talk about customization. So this game added a lot of customization. There's gear, lockers, emotes, splash tag. These are all really good additions in my opinion. What do you think of like the customization in this game?
I've never been big on customization before, but like I will say I think first of all, the game looks a lot more like, vivid. It seems like they actually like upgraded just like, a decent amount. And I have to say that I actually do like a lot of the styles, but it's the same problem I have before and the same problem I'm having now. I'm not going to use half of it because it's still not viable for like what I want for my comps. And then it still takes a while to, get up to 45 chunks to change it.
Yeah, the grinding, that's a whole nother thing. We'll talk about that in a second.
It looks great. It looks great. I'm really happy about the gear with like how they've gone about it. I'm happy about the lockers. I think they're really cool. I have the best locker on the face of the planet. Have you customized your locker?
I have once. I went in there, I put some basic stuff, but no, I haven't really played around with it that much. I have a ton of items for it, but I just haven't really implemented them yet.
Okay.
But no, with the gear stuff, you said you like the styles?
I like the styles. I think they're cool. Like you're about to say you don't like them.
Yeah, I'd say a good 70% of the gear that I've seen in the shops are ugly. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest.
I think the shoes are ugly.
The shoes?
Yeah, I don't like a lot of the shoes. But I like the hats and the glasses and stuff like that.
I mean, okay, yeah, like there's good ones, but like, I don't know, just majority of them, I don't know, they haven't, there's some random stuff.
Yeah, there are.
I don't know what even inspired this. Like, there's like I don't know what it's called, but there's this I don't even know how to describe it. It's like 3 sets of glasses stacked on top of each other.
Hip-hop, Chase. That's what it is.
What is it?
They're cultural references, Chase. That's what they are.
Oh.
Genuinely, I'm not even joking.
Okay, well, I didn't know that, but it just doesn't. I'm sorry, I don't like how it looks. I don't think it works well. I don't think it works with Splatoon.
Okay.
It just looks. That's just my opinion, though. No offense to anyone who does like it, but it's just not my thing. I don't know, like just some other weird ones I don't like. I don't like the Viking hat. I don't like the
Cultural reference again.
Well, okay. Well, okay. Everything could be a cultural reference if you think about it. Okay.
No. So like genuinely, a lot of those things deal with hip hop. So like in actuality, so like Flavor of Love, the helmet. I forgot what the 3 glasses are exactly, but that's what a lot of it is. Comes from hip hop, so that's why.
Okay, well that makes it a little better because at least there's like a point to it now. Like they're making a reference because I didn't know about that. But I still don't like it. Okay.
I get it. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. But no, of course, there's I'm an average guy. I just like the generic looking stuff. I just like the normal t-shirts, the Converse shoes.
Oh, you have to wait 3 months to, when the everything will, change up.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit also. But I got some stuff to say about that. But yeah, the gear though, yeah. It's fine, I guess. Lockers, good. Just haven't played around with it too much yet. Emotes, I like the emotes a lot. However, and I made a tweet about this. You might have seen it, but I wish that more of them implemented your actual weapon into it, and it's not just your character just like doing a funny dance.
Of course, you would have this complaint.
Of course, this is a valid complaint.
Oh, come on.
Like, isn't that weird to you? Like
no,
how just
I think it's
one of them,
like,
just one of them has the main weapon, but all the other ones don't.
I think that this is actually cool. It adds a lot of personality. Personally, I can't wait till they add more of them. I could understand if they would add, like, after a while, some more like weapon specific ones. But I know why you want people to know that you use Tetras. That's why. No.
It's not necessarily about that. Like, I'm not against them having ones in there that don't have your weapon. But I'm just saying there should be more. There should be like a better balance, because like there's one that uses the weapon, and like the other 7 don't use it. I just found that weird. Yeah, go ahead.
You know how long that would take?
What do you mean how long that would take?
Because they would have to do that for other weapons in the game. That'd be insane.
They could do it.
Think about it for a second. You know how many weapons there are in the game for them to add multiple designs like emotes?
Well, it's by class, so.
Okay. I'm just saying. I feel like I personally think that like them even adding it, I wish you could just do it in game, but that's another topic.
I mean, they already took the lazy route with like not having losing animations anymore. So like, okay, they could put their effort into just making more. I don't know. Whatever.
Is it lazy if they're just trying to make people feel better?
Do you think that's why? Or are they using that as an excuse to not make losing animation?
I 100% believe that's why.
Okay.
Genuinely. I think that a lot of the decisions that they've made are to try to encourage people to keep playing. But that's a topic that we'll get to later.
Yeah. We'll talk about that later. But that makes sense, though. I can see that. But yeah, my point is just that as of now, I wish there were more weapon emotes. But I know people are gonna say they'll add more later. They probably will. I saw the common theory is like they'll have one weapon emote per catalog, and
that'd be cool.
I'm okay with that, I guess. I just wish there was more, but I'm picky, so. And the splash tag, I love that. I think that's a great thing.
I do also.
I love the little titles you can get. I just right now, at the day of recording this, I got Tetra Dually User from the Gacha machine.
Right.
And then my first word. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I think I'm streaming deity or something like that.
Streaming,
like streamer or deity. I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't know that was one of them. That's cool. Streamer deity.
Yeah, it's in there. Something like that. Or content creator. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Content creator.
I think there's like a lot of random.
If I get that one, then I'll put that. But I don't have that one yet. But no, mine is the Tetra Dually User.
Oh, wow.
Which is perfect.
That is perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, so customization in this game. Big plus. It's definitely a step up. I do think there's even more they could do if they wanted to, but like it's good how it is. I think.
I agree.
We just gotta wait for more gear and stuff. Okay. Next up, let's talk about the visuals in this game. Just how the game looks graphically and colors and all that. Do you think it looks good? Because I do.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's the best Splatoon has looked, I think.
Yes, they did a great job.
Yeah, and it's not just how stuff looks like graphically, but just like, with the characters and stuff. They made the characters look way better, in my opinion.
Yep, I
Like,
agree with you.
They made them taller. They made them look more adult, which I like. And it makes the game more serious, which is what I think it should be. I like it to be a little more serious looking. And then
I agree with you.
And then colors, a lot of the new ink colors they have are great. I do have trouble seeing sometimes, like people swimming in ink.
Yes, like I had to put it on color lock because it was just too much for my eyes.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I gotta say, I don't. This won't really count towards the final thing because this is just for an event. But for Splatfest, the lighting is pretty bad in my opinion. I know they're trying to make it, and it's nighttime, so it's a special thing, so it doesn't matter that much. But like, I just noticed like when enemies would throw like a bomb, you can't tell what color the bomb is. so I just run away from every bomb because I can't see it. So that annoyed me. But yeah, it's Splatfest, so that's only once a month. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, visuals in this game, it's very, very good. I love what they did. It looks a lot better than 2.
Way better.
Yeah. All right, audio. So let's talk about the music in this game. What do you think of the music in this game?
I love it.
You like it better than 2, right?
Oh, easily. I think it's the best music in Splatoon.
Okay. See, that's where we disagree. I think it's way better than 2, but I still like 1 better.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, I can understand it, like maybe from like being iconic and just where it's at, but I actually think that they've made a step up from 2, and just like a lot of the music I actually would listen to outside of like playing the game.
Yeah, for me, like, none of the music is like horrific like some of the ones that were in 2. So I'm okay with it, but there's the only one that I would go out of my way to listen to, like not playing the game, is the Splatak remix, which is from Splatoon 1. That's the best song in my opinion. So those are the main songs. There's the Salmon Run songs. Those are okay. I like the song that plays in Salmon Run when you're facing a boss. Like it gets really like climactic at the end.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then there's Deep Cut. They're Deep Cut songs. They're
Anarchy Rainbow, man.
Yeah, Anarchy Rainbow. That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Okay, I gotta ask you about one other thing. What's your opinion on the music that plays in the lobby?
Sometimes it's annoying because I wish I could choose it, because I don't want to hear the same like Splatoon 2 music over and over again.
Did you see that tweet that guy found that jukebox?
Yes, I did.
So I imagine that'll be there probably in the next update, right? They just didn't have it ready.
I'm really hoping that it allows me to turn the music off in game, even though it's better. I still wish I could turn it off.
Oh, just like in battles, turn it off?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's not happening. Don't get your hopes up.
Okay.
Don't. I'm with you, but don't get your hopes up. It's not happening.
All right.
It's not happening, man. It makes me sad to say that, but there's no way they do that. Yeah. Well, that's depressing to think about. But yeah, I will say the lobby music, most of it is good. I like how it changes and it's not the same thing every time. But I gotta say, some of the songs that play in there do not feel like Splatoon music. Like
really?
That one you made the YouTube short on where you were like beatboxing or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? That one? That does not seem like Splatoon. That seems like a random like hip hop thing they just threw in there.
Really? It seems like Splatoon to me. It seems terrible. So on all
it's terrible.
It goes in line.
So if a song is terrible, it fits the aesthetic. But no, it's not really a complaint. It's just a thing I noticed. I don't actually care.
Okay.
But yeah, and there's like this other one where like, it's definitely like a female lead singing it, but it just does not seem like Splatoon. I found that strange, but I'm not against it though. Okay, so those are out of the way. Let's talk about replay value in this game, because that's a big
All right.
aspect of Splatoon. Replay value is what keeps people playing and not ditching the game after a month. So I got a few points here. So first, let's talk about the amount of content in the game right now, at the moment of recording this video. What do you think about the amount of content right now? Do you think there's enough, or do you think there needs to be more? And I know there's more coming, right? We know that, but just right now, like, do you think there's enough?
For me personally, I think there's enough. I think everything that they added from like the story mode to just like updating the multiplayer a lot of the times, like, I think that it's definitely enough to keep me in, like, playing daily at least. And I've done that. I feel like that's for me personally. So it's like, everything that they've added from, like, Salmon Run. I think maybe it's like the necessity to play because I need gear and everything, if you understand what I'm saying. But for me personally, I've played this more than I played Splatoon 2 at the beginning.
I think I had too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I think in terms of how much content is in the game, it's all good except for the gear, in my opinion. I'm saying that because on my shops, I started seeing like repeat stuff after a week.
Okay.
So that's my issue with it. I wish there was a bit more. And I'm not saying that because I think it's all ugly, even though that does play into it. But
Yeah.
I think there needs to be more in the shops, man. Like it's getting to the point where I'm not seeing any new gear anymore. But that happened like a week in.
I feel you. I
yeah.
feel you. So question, do you get on every day at 8 p.m.? Or, well, 5 p.m. for you, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm able
Okay.
to do the gotcha roll thing.
You get the gotcha rolls. I think that was one of the creative things that they've done. It's also like just how expensive it is. And like, now I want to, like, play the week before Splatfest as much as possible
To
to
get
like
all the
get the
conch
conch
shells.
shells. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the conch shells.
Yeah.
Okay, be honest with me. Are you a person who just spends the 5,000 and then calls it quits for the day, or do you blow some 30,000s on it too?
Oh, I call it quits once I do that.
But once you do the 5,000?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
it.
me too. It's too expensive, man.
Too
30,000 is
expensive.
more
It's
than
way
a
too expensive.
scrub.
Yeah, there's
Although I
no
will
way.
say, even though I'm being a little hypocrite, because today I did two 30,000 rolls, but one of those gave me the Tetra Dually title, so I can't be too salty. That was a good thing I did that.
Yeah, no, I don't do it.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't do it either. It's just too pricey. But yeah. And then let's talk about the update cycle in this game. So they said that there's every season's gonna last 3 months, and when a new season starts, we'll get new gear, new weapons, and presumably new stages and emotes as well. Well, obviously emotes because that comes in the catalog,
Right.
but I think new stages as well. Like when I get like 3 or 4 new stages per catalog. So I think if all that stuff I just said is truly included in there, it might be okay. But even when saying that, and I just made a tweet about this today, got a lot of traction, so that kind of speaks for it. I do think that 3 months to wait for new weapons and gear is a little long.
It's very long.
Yeah, it's stretching it just a bit. Like if it was 1 month or 1.5 months, I think I'd be perfectly fine. But 3 months, it's a little long.
It's pushing it a little bit. Only reason I think that right now it's pushing it is because we don't have the final form or whatever the next mode is for rank or whatever it is. X battles. And especially since, like, there's no league also on top of that. I feel like it's kind of long because after now, like, you already have people that are S plus 50 for those that wanted to go for it, like, and you have people that are maxing out, like, everything that they've done. I think that, like, they could have done maybe like a month.
Yeah.
Maybe
I thought a month
like,
would have been more reasonable.
yeah, I think so also. I maybe they're trying to see maybe if that will continue people, like, keep getting on, because it's like, oh wow, like it's a whole bunch of stuff instead of maybe it's just one, or like, that's it.
Yeah.
So we'll see when they
You-
update it, as I said. But
You
yeah.
make a great point though. Like I think we are noticing it's getting a little stale right now just because there's the least amount of content in this game that there will ever be right now, and we don't have
Yeah.
a lot of the modes. But like yeah, as you said, in presumably next season, I think we're gonna get X rank or X battles, whatever they call it, league battle, which might actually have. They were hinting at like separate modes for league battle, like new modes
I
for
hope
that.
so.
So yeah, I hope so. That would be really dope if they do that. And then also, I got data mined that there's new salmon run modes. Like there's a duo mode, there's a competitive salmon run mode. So like, in a matter of time, there's gonna be so much more to do in this game. And I think when we hit that point, we won't notice this whole thing as much. How like it's a 3-month wait for new gear and new weapons. But just right now, we're feeling it kind of hard because there's not that much to do.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I know that they wouldn't have done this, but I kind of personally wish that they skipped to that point.
Skip to that point. What do you mean?
Like,
Elaborate.
I would have really enjoyed if instead we had like X battles and like, all those things instead of waiting for it.
It is weird that that wasn't in the game already.
Like even a week after, I think would have been cool. Like, if there was like maybe a little bit more communication on like, all right, when is this going to be? Because I feel like, yes, like if I'm a casual fan, I feel like at that point that's going to be like, all right, yeah, cool, I'm gonna put the game down now. But if they had possibly like maybe communicated a little bit more, I don't know, I think it could have been different.
Do you think the mode just genuinely wasn't ready yet? Or do you
Possibly.
think they're just holding it back just to like gauge interest or something?
It seems like, I'm gonna be honest, I think that like Nintendo is doing this like thing to like gauge some type of interest and see like where like people's like mind is for the game. That might be like a little bit weird, but I think that like they've been playing around like with other games on how they want to go about their online services and how they want to like go about things. So this is probably an attempt just to see how things work out.
Yeah, that makes sense. So like yeah, just one last thing I want to talk about for replay value is and we hinted at this earlier already. I don't think it's a good thing that they made this game so grindy.
No,
It's
I don't think so
it's
either.
bad. It's
I don't think
the
so either.
worst it's ever been. And
Yeah.
yes, sure, they made other quality of life changes that make stuff a little better. Like yeah, you could change main abilities now, but like it costs 45 chunks, bro. That's so
It
much.
costs a lot.
And then like same thing with Salmon Run. Like the only way to get the scales is by beating Kohozuna, the King Salmonid. And then like it's random. Okay, I guess it's not random. There's like some algorithm to what scales you get. But like, dude, I still haven't gotten the gold scale ever, and I've faced Kohozuna like 20 times.
Oh wow, that's actually insane.
Yeah. And then like I noticed that the slop suits you could buy, the different outfits you could get for Salmon Run. Dude,
Right.
some of the later ones are so expensive. It's gonna take like hours and hours of Salmon Run just to save up for that. And then like some of the banners cost like 500 or no, not 500. It's like 200 bronze scales or something. It's like what the heck?
Yeah, that's just as I said. It's there are people that are collectathons, man. So they're gonna do it. And as I said, I think for Salmon Run, they're experimenting with like more content, and there's gonna be more things added later on, of course. But yeah, you already know. Like I'm very opinionated about the gear system in this game, and I think that they have one more. I don't think they can do this again, to be honest. I think that like they need to give a certain amount of chunks, cut it in half, because I don't know why in the third game am I still grinding for chunks. Like I understand that you're supposed to play like Salmon Run, but why haven't they been implemented into like the game where like besides the gacha, like you win a certain amount of games in rank, they give you a couple chunks. It needed to happen. So
And yeah, like I know someone's gonna comment this. Like, yes, we know it's easier to get chunks in this game. It's a lot easier. You get a lot more chunks, but still, it's still super grindy. It still takes so long to get like 45 chunks or something. No, but hold on. I want to talk about sea snails really quickly with you. Sea snails. What the heck did they do, bro? Like, okay, yes, you still get the same amount for Splatfests. 24 if you're on the winning team. I believe it's 21 if you're on the losing one of the losing teams. Or maybe it's even less if you're on the third team. I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm not even sure.
they need to make it more. Or lower the price that it takes to increase star power, because what the heck? Why is it 20 snails to get it to level 5? What?
I don't understand.
What was the Nintendo employee smoking when they decided that? I don't, I don't. That's like that is the stupidest thing I've seen in this game so far. Well, okay, it's actually second. The connection issues are stupid, but that's
Yeah.
second. Like what? Why is that so expensive? Why are you blowing all your sea snails from one
It's part of the
Splatfest?
journey, man. That's like I think that's been one of the biggest things about Splatoon is that it's a part of the journey, and you just have to like be a part of that, and that's really it. There's no other discussion about it, honestly, with them.
But see, here's what I don't get with Splatfest. You know how you could get like ruler +1, +2, +3.
Right.
Why doesn't that give you more snails? Like it doesn't have to be a lot. Maybe just give it like one extra snail for each level you go up or something, you know? But it doesn't do anything. So I don't know. I just find that weird. There should be some reward for that
I
to
agree.
make things easier. And also, you don't get snails anymore past level 30.
Well, I think we knew that was coming. That's a late game feature.
You think they're just well in Splatoon 2 you could do it from the beginning though.
Was that wasn't at the beginning?
I know in Splatoon 1 it wasn't, but I thought in Splatoon 2 it was.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I think that was a
Oh.
late game feature.
All right, guys. Well, we're not sure, but let us know in the comments like which one of us was right. Could you do it in the beginning of Splatoon 2, or did they add it later? And then you might be right. They probably will add it later in Splatoon 3, but I wish you could do it from the beginning. Or who
I
knows?
agree.
Maybe after once you hit level 100, you'll get them. Maybe that's what it is.
That's a possibility also.
Yeah. But we're almost done here. There's just one last thing that I want to ask you and myself technically. But is there any other comments or concerns you have about Splatoon 3 right now that you want to put out there?
My concern, I have two.
Okay.
So the first one is like I kind of worry about like what's going on with the online a little bit. Because Splatoon is primarily an online game, right? And I don't know if it's a difference of playing with people in your region or playing with people like, overseas, but it really seems like the games online. I don't know if it's something that they're going to make a change to in the future, but I hope they make that change soon because it's been really bad. It's like to the point where like it feels like the quality of the lobby falls apart. So even to the point like where I'm like, yo, I don't think they're laggy. I'm laggy. I think that it's like, to a point where I'm just like, yo, like I really hope that they fix this because this is like the biggest aspect of this game. So that's one. Two,
I agree.
I'm gonna be very, very honest about this.
Oh no.
I need them to fix the rank system. I really am hoping that they come up with a better system with whatever comes next.
Are you talking about X rank?
I'm talking about just the rank system in general, like
Oh.
because I don't think like yes, I understand that like people don't lose rank. It's impossible for certain people to like rank up to S+50. I don't think it's good for anybody that like an S+ player is playing against an A+ player. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's whack. I don't know why they did that. I feel like I guess they just thought like since this isn't the primary super competitive mode because they're adding X rank later, they just thought they could like make it kind of whatever, just random. But that was not the right call.
And there's actually one more thing.
Okay.
I don't know about the new respawn system. I think that one thing we actually missed about talking about the maps, but I think that like it's leading to like more spawn camping than before.
Yeah, it does. I was arguing with someone on like comments of another video because I was saying like, yeah, spawn camping is easier, and they were like, no, it's not. Like you have armor now, and like you can shoot like at a variety of places. It's like, yeah, you don't play the game a lot, do you? Because it's very easy to do it now. It's easier, especially because I think the main reason is because a lot of the places you can spawn into from the little launch pad thing are tiny,
Yeah, they are.
and also the armor you get, it's just like ink armor. It goes away after a couple hits. So
No, I
once you
agree.
take that off, you can just take off the armor and kill them.
I
So
agree,
it's
and that's
like,
that attributes to the new maps also too. Because I don't know personally in Splatoon 2, I feel like they kind of did a better job with how you filtered into the map,
mhm.
but that's just me, and I'm giving Splatoon 2 credit. So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like, I don't know, man. It's like, just as a whole, this game they made a lot of great changes, but some other things they've done, it's like, how did you not learn after 2 games now? It's like,
yeah, I
I don't know,
agree.
I don't know. The development team's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So listen, one last thing that I want us to do before we end off here. I want us both to give this game right now. Not that we're not talking about the whole game for the future, just as it is right now. Let's rate it out of 10. Okay?
Ooh,
I will go first. I will go first.
all right.
So look, I know we were more so negative in this little review that we just did, but
Yes,
even with all the stuff, all our issues, the game is still fun, man. It's so
yes, it
good.
is. It's really
It's
fun.
addicting, and purely because of the gameplay and just how good everything feels, and how good it looks, and all the little nice changes they made. It's a great time. I would give it an 8 out of 10 right now.
You give it an 8 out of 10. Wow.
Yes. I
Um,
quite like this game.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So if I'm being nice, I give the game a 7.5, right? But to me personally, right now, if there are some things that are unanswered within, like, the next update, and one of the things is Splatoon is a game that progressively gets better. I always say this. And somebody in this video is going to be like, oh, he seems so negative. And I'm just going to be realistic with you. I thought that the beginning of Splatoon 2 was a 6.5 for different reasons. But like right now, I'm going to say 7.5. But that for me means that the game is going to skyrocket if they can like hit certain thresholds. Because for me personally, by the end, I thought that Splatoon got up to like an 8, in my opinion.
Splatoon 2?
But Splatoon 2, I think it got up to an 8, in my
Yeah, yeah,
opinion,
yeah. Splatoon 2 was like an
as a
8
game,
for me too. Yeah.
like at the end of everything. So 7.5 means that this game can go through the roof. So I just need them to put us on that right track.
Yeah,
There's a
there's a
lot of
lot.
good here.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential. I think that's the best way to put it. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
because
potential. They just need to
map
take advantage of it.
the maps can change,
Yeah.
weapons can change, anything can change. That's one of the great things about Splatoon. So,
Yeah.
and that's why I love the game.
Yep, me too. Well, all right, guys. Thank you for joining us in this very laid back, not at all well formatted discussion where we just jumped around random stuff. But I hope you enjoyed listening. Negus, thank you for joining me as always. It was really nice to do the corner store with you again.
Always is.
Yeah, be sure to subscribe to Negus, guys. I'll link his channel in the description. And yeah, that is going to be all. I will see you all later.